Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 16th to the 22nd, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides. So we're crowned with the Four of Pentacles. We then have the Ace of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides. The Emperor, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Let's put these down. The Star and the Two of Cups. We then have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. Can you see that? Ooh, a little bit of a glare. Let's see from where that's coming from. Okay, that's coming from the window, so I do apologize for that. The Ace of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Three of Swords, angels and spirit guides. And the Hierophant. All right, so let's just see here. All right, perfect. One more minute. All right, there you guys go. That looks good. All right, let's lift this up a little bit for you all to see better. There we go. All right, so the Four of Pentacles. This is vampiric energy coming in, draining us, overwhelming us, being really intense. So just being aware of that. It's very common during this week. I've seen it time and time again in different readings that there is this energy coming forward of like, where am I trapped? Where am I stuck? Where am I overwhelmed? Right? And we're going into Aries time period during this week, right? The end of Pisces time period, now going into Aries time period. Aries time period is March 22nd to April 19th. Pisces time period is February 19th to March 20th. So there are going to be seeds that are planted as we free ourselves on around the 21st, right? Around the Aries time period coming in. But these are doubts and fears with the Four of Pentacles, doubts, fears, negativities that have held us back, ways that we have seen ourselves, ways that we have even defined ourselves that aren't actually accurate to us anymore if they were ever accurate to us before. So being aware of that is going to be a very important thing. You are breaking free. You are finding your footing. You are moving yourself forward in a new way, in a powerful way. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, having you look at things in a different way. But in a sense, it's like, I can do this, right? And you say right to yourself, because there's this questioning, there's this seeking, there's this deeper sense of, am I on the right path? Am I not on the right path? Am I moving forward correctly? Am I using my gifts to the highest power? Am I squandering them? And you're going to have a lot of questions coming forward in a way that makes you feel like, where am I stuck? Because everybody is dealing with a stuckness, with a sense of, am I heading in the right direction for me? Or is the past holding me back? And with the Emperor coming in, this is a real sense. And I like how it's said here as the Council of Monarchs, because it's all the, right, you have the pentacles, the wands, the cups, the swords, you have all the elements coming forward, giving a voice, having power, having authority. And that's what we're going to be embracing within ourselves. It's kind of like the magician, but instead of saying, here is my magic coming forward, here are my innate talents, and this is how I'm putting in my 10,000 hours, or this is how I'm seeing my own prosperity, my own success. This is listening to the different aspects of ourselves. How do we want to be grounded? What life do we want? What are our finances like? Is it something that we're worried about right now? Is it something that we're not worried about? Are we moving forward in success? Do we feel like we have struggles coming forward? Where's our passion? Are we all over the place passion-wise? Is our fire more contained? Are we feeling frustrated? Are we feeling overwhelmed? Because that fire can kind of bubble up in many different ways and be a little bit destructive, just as we can have earthquakes in our lives as well. The swords, are we saying the truth, or is our tongue sharp and bitter, type of thing? And with the cups, are our emotions feeding us and filling us with love? Or are our emotions all over the place, causing chaos, causing doubts, causing fears, and making us feel like we just can't? So being aware of this is going to be an important thing. So checking in with ourselves during this time before saying, I have to be this powerhouse, I have to do things just this way, just that way. Checking in with ourselves, seeing what it is that we desire, and then moving forward, that's going to be highly beneficial. It moves us to the star. This is Aquarius energy, January 20th to February 18th. This is your dreams. These are your soul's dreams. These are what you deeply desire for your life and for yourself. So you are also seeing your gifts coming forward, right? Planting seeds, saying, how do I move towards where it is that I want to be? And I'm coming out of a time where I feel stuck, where I feel overwhelmed, where I have doubted myself. And now I'm looking towards my dreams, towards my desires, towards what is sacredly beautiful in my life. And then there's healing, beautiful love coming forward. There is this sense of balance, but it's as we see our dreams and as we start to really move forward as the authority for our lives and for ourselves, we can also be very drawn to, during these times, people who are authoritative, people who seem to have it figured out. Now, what we have to be mindful of here, Leo, is not falling into the trap of, oh, well, they obviously know better than me, right? I need to listen to exactly what they're saying, exactly how they're saying it, type of deal. It is stepping into our own power, our own authority, moving forward in our own path. And as we do so, the healing comes in, the balance comes in. And with the Eight of Cups, we're walking away from what we once thought we would love. We are looking at things and saying, you know what, I need a change. I'm choosing me. I'm moving forward in this direction. There is something that we've been holding on to. It's something that's linked here to the Four of Pentacles, that's linked to feeling overwhelmed, that's linked to us doubting ourselves, where we are saying, now I need to move forward for me, for my desire of what I am looking for in my existence for myself. And the Eight of Cups is an ending as severe as a divorce. We can be letting go of an idea of a relationship, right? We can be letting go of a relationship, but if we were in a harmful relationship in our lives, and it doesn't mean that it has to be a romantic relationship, it can be a friendship, it can be, a parent-child relationship, it can be a sibling relationship, whatever that was, we are choosing to move forward for ourselves. And even if we still talk to the person, right, we have severed those ties that held us, that made us feel like we were inadequate. And as we do so, we're going to see the Three of Pentacles. We're going to see that we are collaborating with others, that there's this sense of, I can share ideas now. I don't have to be afraid of being betrayed or being hurt or being overwhelmed. And the Three of Pentacles comes into play. And it is working hard. It is collaborating with others. It is also liking to bounce your ideas off of other people during this time, because you have a lot that's really moving you forward and a lot that's helping you to be successful. And as you, I'm going to cough. And as you bounce these ideas off of other people, you're like, oh, I see this. Oh, I get that. And then you have the Ace of Wands coming into play. Now, this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, just for you. So the Ace of Wands is your fire. It is your tenacity. And as a fire sign energy, this is a gift that you feel very comfortable with. You have very real world gifts coming forward, the Pentacles and the Wands. This is the earthly plane coming forward and you being blessed and you moving forward in a way that seemed insurmountable before, that seemed like, oh no, this couldn't possibly be. And yet it is. So that's going to be a very good thing for you. With the Ace of Wands, it is an illumination of passion. It is fire. It is insight. It is new ideas, but it's also coming after heartbreak. Like, you're going to see your fire comes forward. And what comes forward for you is the sense of, this is my pain. Like, this is the hurt, the trauma that I have been through that is holding me back, that is keeping me from entering into the world that I want, or entering into the power that I seek for myself. And so during this week and during this time, just know that you can really feel like, I'm taking these step forward and then I'm taking a step backwards. And it's like this push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. So being aware of this, so we can know when we feel overwhelmed, or when we feel trapped, or when old wounds are coming through, or when we feel triggered by certain things. It's like, okay, no, you don't get to dictate my present, right? This is my past coming through, trying to hold me back. I'm moving forward with power and authority of self. I'm moving forward towards my soul's dreams and towards what I deeply desire as I heal. As I see what it is that I want, and as I'm coming into balance with my heart self. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, April 20th to May 20th. And Taurus energy here is very grounding. It's saying, hey, listen, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, which we can really see from the Three of Swords. We can feel that way. Oh my gosh, I have to do something new. I have these huge, like, it's like a mountain to climb, but it's like multiple mountains to climb. And Spirit is saying here, no, you don't. No, you don't. You have innate talents that are moving you forward. Now, we might need to refine these. We might need to look into them, right? We might need to say, okay, how do I need to move forward for me? How do I need to utilize my skills? Okay, that's important here, most definitely. But it is also the sense of how can I embrace my talents and step into, kind of, it's like the niche already exists. Sometimes we just have to find it, right? And that's the great thing about the internet. We can find our niche. We can find the way that we need to move forward for ourselves. We can be inspired in ways that we didn't know from how we were raised and where we grew up and everything like that. So here, that can be a call of the soul during this time to expand the horizons, to say, well, I'm really passionate about this. How does that move forward for me? Like, what does that look like for me? But this is also going to be a time where you need to ground yourself. You need to center yourself. You have your gifts coming forward with the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant, with the Ace of Wands and the Emperor. You have your gifts coming forward, and you have the Major Arcana coming forward and saying, I'm utilizing these gifts, not fully taking them in the way of, and like knowingly taking them in the way of when a court card is like the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands type of thing. But what we're going to see here is that we're stepping into our power and our authority. We're seeing how we grow. We're seeing how we expand. We're embracing, our tenacity and our insights. And as we do so, we are going to be healing from a lot of hurt that has held us back before, and a lot of pain that has kept us stuck. And things become plain to us. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, say it simply. It's kind of like Confucius said, name things simply. Name it simply and move forward in your power. And that's going to be a very important thing for this week, Leo. It's like, give things simple names. Give things simple tasks. Like, give yourself simple tasks. Do things simply. And as you kind of like boil it down and move forward in the simplicity, you're going to see that you get your footing more and more. And it's going to be little things, collaborating with others or getting other people's opinions. Or you could have somebody start to see something that you're doing and they give you, suggestions that maybe at first, Leo, we might be like, no, I'm doing it perfectly. And then you think about it and you're like, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's going to be part of this week. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, this is the chickadee. This is like my favorite bird. And it says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You're ready to embrace change. And you are. You really are ready to embrace change. It brings us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is spiritual awakening. This is the crown chakra. So tapping the top of your head can be highly beneficial for you. And this is bringing in insight. This is bringing in new ideas. This is a clearing of the chaos of the mind. Spiritual awakening is a centering of the mind and of the thoughts. So just know that as you are awakening, there can be an increase of chaos, of overthinking, overanalyzing, and wanting things to be just so. So just being aware of this is going to be important because, again, going back to center, calming things down, centering yourself is a powerful thing. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Chariot. This is emotions being all over the place. This is very strong Cancer energy. June 21st to July 22nd is the time frame. Cancer is also ruled by the moon. I mean, we are ruled by the sun here, Leo. So it can also be a completely different way of seeing things and a completely different illumination, right? An illumination towards shadows instead of the utter clarity of the sun, right? And so here we can have emotions coming in that are just way too intense. And we can also have this sense of things not being as clear as we wanted them to, being multi-layered, multifaceted, and just a little bit overwhelming. So being aware of that is going to be a very important thing. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is the Falcon. And it says, use your keen perception and skills in making decisions. Do not delay. You have tremendous insight and tremendous power during this week, okay? And during this time, you are rooted, you are grounded. You know, the Hierophant energy connects us with our passion and our love, right? It's the Hierophant is Taurus, ruled by Venus. Aries is ruled by Mars, right? And so what we have here is we have the power of action. Yes, we can be a little bit more chaotic or a little bit more combative. That can be the right term, which people can perceive as chaotic. But just be mindful about that during this time. And we can get a little bit stuck in our ways, but also react to things emotionally. We have to make sure the heart doesn't just take over and run amok, because that never serves us well here, Leo. So just being aware of that is super important. It moves us then to our soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown, which is divine wisdom. You are going to be getting a lot of messages from spirit, a lot of the divine downloads. So being aware of that is going to be important. The energy to be mindful of is the Prince of Cups, again, emphasizing that water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. All right, if we're born on the cusp of Cancer, we have Cancer in our chart, that can be very overwhelming for us. We can be feeling things quite deeply and quite intensely. With the Prince of Cups, we can want to run forward just off of emotion. And what's going to be the really important thing during this week is grounding ourselves, moving forward slowly, moving forward, in compassion and in understanding for ourselves as well as those around us. And then it brings us to the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is embracing our voice. It is cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments, and saying, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is who I am. This is what's important to me, and stop, and I will not be bullied around. I will not, engage in these lies or deceptions or, embrace this, it's spirit keeps on saying tomfoolery. Like, it's just really funny, where it's like, it's just nonsense, and I will not be a part of it. The King of Swords can be very blunt, can be very to the point, can cut to the quick of things very, very easily. So do be aware of that subconsciously we might be a little bit more blunt than we mean to be. We can be much more to the point than other people are comfortable with, but we are embracing the truth as we see it. And we are needing to follow the truth of things. We're needing to give voice to what we feel, and we're needing to follow and see deeper truths and deeper understandings, right? We're not here for lies and platitudes. We're just not. Okay. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this week and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Bye.